Later, International Crops Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics, that is ICAR, as a Deputy Director General Research until March, and he joined as a Secretary, Department of Agriculture Research and Education, and also Director General, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, and he is leading the world largest agriculture research and education system. And with his visionary guidance and leadership, we hope that the India's NARS will take new steps in the years to come. With these few words, I warmly welcome Dr. Mangilal Jadji to deliver his convocation address.
Suprabhat Bharat, His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Telangana, and Chancellor of this great university, Vice Chancellor of the university, distinguished members of the Board of Management and Academic Council of the university, Vice Chancellors of other universities, former Vice Chancellors, Directors of the ICAR institutions situated right here at Hyderabad, esteemed faculty, dear students and their proud parents, invited guests, members of the media, press, ladies and gentlemen. I start my address with a grand salute to millions of our beloved farmers. It's indeed a privilege for me to deliver this convocation address during this 55th convocation of Professor Jayashankar Telangana Agriculture University, a university which has created leaders, and many of them are sitting right here, and many of them are serving the country across the length and breadth of the country. So that's a significant contribution of this great university. When we talk about agriculture or Indian agriculture, we all take pride and should take pride for this glorious journey of over 6+ decades, what we have achieved, what we have accomplished, from food insecurity to the surplus. And a country having food surplus, self-sufficient, can take all the pride. We are leading in many aspects of agriculture. This year we became world's largest producer of rice, and this state is also one of the rice producing state. We are also number 1 in horticultural production. We are number 2 in wheat production, and I'm sure we are going to be number 1 in wheat production. We have broken all the records in terms of the food grain production with ever highest, 354 million tons of the food. 22 million tons increase in 1 year in the food grains. 13 million tons increase in the horticultural products in 1 year. And that's coming from the science, the policy, and our hard-working farmers. A combination of those three is crucial, and that's what has led to all the achievements. If you look at what we have gained during the Green Revolution period, the annual gains in food grain production was 4.1 million ton. That was the annual gain, and we say Green Revolution. But what we have accomplished over past 10 years, 8.1 million ton a year, double than what we have achieved during Green Revolution period. And that's the kind of effort the science advances, the policy, and the farmers have done. If we start from the beginning of the Green Revolution until now, manifold increase in every commodity, food grains, horticulture, milk, meat, poultry. But at the same time, we have also realized it's just not the food, it's just not the calorie, it's the nutrition. And I think that's where the country have taken some conscious decisions, policy decisions for reviving the nutritious food. We have celebrated International Year of Millets in 2023. Our Honorable Prime Minister have launched the Global Center of Excellence on Millet Value Chains right here in Hyderabad. And the director of the institute is right here. Also, the another mission which was launched during the G20, India's presidency, Maharshi, which was again launched again to support the nutritious and healthy food. But over this period, we have also witnessed the challenges, the global mega trends in terms of the climate change, the soil health, the water, the biodiversity, all those aspects, and also the shifting global economies. And I think those are the challenges before all of us to address in the future. So we can't be complacent in our action. And that's where we need a transformation of the agri-food system. We need to move beyond the commodity-centric approach to the system-centric approach. So systems transformation is a must to address the grand challenges what we see, whether it's the water, the soil, the climate, the biodiversity, and also the nutrition, which is something very, very important. I think in our efforts of achieving the food self-sufficiency, focusing more upon the crops like rice and wheat, we have also ignored the local food system. We have to bring the local food system back to help all of us, to keep us healthy, keep us, not only us healthy, but keep the environment healthy, keep the soil healthy. Now, in that context, I would like to propose 10 action points for us to act, to transform our agri-food system. And in that, first priority is research prioritization. We've been doing a lot of research, but I think when we designed our research, we needed food. So accordingly, the research was designed some 60, 70 years back, but now situation is different. So I think we need prioritization. Prioritization focusing on the transdisciplinary approach, not unilateral, but I think the multi or transdisciplinary approach. And National Agriculture Research, Education and Extension System have done a phenomenal job in achieving the self-sufficiency. We have generated a lot of data. We know things, so we need not to repeat those. And that's where the prioritization comes into the picture. We have generated a lot of data, and I think we have sufficient evidence. Can we stop this and prioritize this? So the research prioritization is something very, very important, given the newer challenges, but at the same time, newer opportunities what we have in terms of the technological advancements. The second one is the whole world is moving towards data-driven system. So we need to have a strong data ecosystem in the country, the agricultural data ecosystem. And when we talk about agricultural data, it's just not agriculture. Agricultural data is just not contributing to agriculture. Agriculture is linked to maybe 10 other ministries and departments. And that's where we need this data ecosystem. We talk about artificial intelligence, we talk about quantum computing, we talk about machine learning, but for everything we need data. The data interoperability, the data structure, and that's where, we at the Indian Council of Agriculture Research have just launched the data policy on 16th of July during our Foundation Day. And I think the whole national agriculture research, education and extension system need to align all the data. This country is very, very rich country in terms of the data, but data is sitting here and there. I think we have to collate so that each data talks to each other. And that's what we need to plan and prioritize. The third one is the system focused research. I think the time has gone when we do the commodity focused research. We need to have the complete agri-food system value chain research. We need to have the social inclusion. We need to have the market inclusion. I think the biophysical research alone is not going to help us. We need a good mix of the biophysical and socio-economic research. And that's where the system focus should be our top priority. We talk about integrated farming systems, but how to replicate that to all the 12 crore farmers or so. So I think we need a strong science on the system. We also need to think about breeding for tomorrow. We've been doing breeding of the crops and horticulture and everything, but we talk about the future. What kind of traits are required for the future? Also, what are the priorities for the country? Now we talk about the country's priorities: natural farming, the organic agriculture, the regenerative agriculture, the intercropping, the relay cropping. Are we doing breeding for those? I think that's where we need breeding for tomorrow. And in that context, we have to unlock our gene banks. We have